Here are a few tips to help with watering in your plants. If you're not sure if you're underwatering or overwatering, you can take your finger, put it down into the soil, to the second joint. If you can feel the water underneath the ground, and then you should be fine. You can't always tell by looking at the surface of the pot. If you can't break out of the habit of overwatering, I recommend using grow bags, because it's almost impossible to overwater these things, since you let the water drain out so quickly. The size and the material of the pot can also determine how frequently you need to water. A clay pot will absorb your water out of the soil. Grow bags tend to dry out since they let aeration in through. Plastic pots will retain water more. A larger pot will retain more water than a smaller one, thus needing to be watered less. Another method of controlling your watering is to use sub-irrigation, like what I'm using here with my starts. Just put a shallow amount of water here in the tray, just so it's throughout the entire tray. The amount of water should only last a few days, until it's bone dry in there. When it is bone dry, you just put more water in. You don't want to fill it up all the way, because you don't want to waterlog your plants. Another thing I do with my sub-irrigation is not just check the bottom of the tray, but I also check the top of the pot. If it's a little bit dry here and it's dry in the tray, then it needs to have more water added. Another advantage to using sub-irrigation is it causes the roots to grow deep into the pot, since they'll be seeking the water. Rainwater is excellent to use for your plants. It contains nitrates, which are bioavailable to your plants. People tend to worry about chlorine in the tap water. Don't worry about it. That'll dissipate fairly quickly in a spray form or when it hits the soil. And if you're still really concerned about chlorine in the water, just fill a bucket up and let it sit for a day. That'll dissipate it, no problem. Watering first thing in the morning is usually best, as it gives the water a chance to seep down into the soil. As the day heats up, it will evaporate the water, helping prevent an overwatering as well. Though if your plants do need water in the afternoon, don't hesitate to give it to them. It's best to water them and then not to water them. Another good tip: when watering, try water near the base of the plant, rather than over top of it. This will help with splashback coming up onto the leaves used from the soil and help prevent disease. This is particular for sensitive plants like tomatoes. I hope these tips have been helpful.